Welcome back. What we're seeing in crypto markets right now isn't necessarily collapse. It's price discovery after excess. After a strong run, markets are doing what they always do, shaking out leverage. Bitcoin and major altcoins have pulled back into defined ranges, not free fall. That matters. When prices slide without panic, it signals that there is a controlled selling, not a systematic failure of the marketplace. Leverage has come down, funding rates have normalized, and the froth that builds after big rallies is being cleared. Historically, those are the exact conditions where smart money reloads. Volatility is the big feature here, not the bug. Crypto is one of the few new asset classes where double-digit percentage swings can happen in days, sometimes hours. For active traders, that means repeated chances to buy fear and sell strength for compounded gains. For longer-term holders, it means accumulating quality assets at prices that weren't available during the hype phase. Here's my opinion. Lower prices aren't a warning. They could be an invitation. The market is offering discounts and tradable swings for anyone willing to step back, think clearly, and play offense as others freeze. That's how outsized crypto gains are made. Not at the top, but right here at the reset. Joining us now, Coach Ty, the crypto guy, Tyler Hanford. Tyler, what are you seeing in this market movement right now for the high market cap coins?
I'm seeing more volatility than I've seen in 10, 11 years since I've been in crypto. And I think a lot of it has to do with the Clarity Act. I don't know if you're familiar with it, Matt. Let me know if you are. But I think that the Clarity Act is the Telecom Act equivalent of when the internet took off in 1996. Clinton signed this Telecommunications Act into law, and it really opened up the internet for big business, big corporations. And you know what happened after 96? We saw this massive internet boom. We're kind of seeing that today, and we're just waiting on the Clarity Act. There's liquidity problems, there's a bunch of other stuff, but that's the big thing that I think is going to open this market up.
Yeah, and do you think in those times of volatility, there's value to be had that might not have been able to be accessed by retail investors just months ago?
You know, that's actually the golden question. It's funny because people want to buy when things are high, when the hype is there, the new shiny object, right? And when things are low, people run away. But the reality of it is when things are bad, when there's quote unquote blood in the streets, that's when people should be really doubling down, lowering their cost averages on projects such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. If you want to be a little bit more risky, you can look at WorldCoin and ICP and Chainlink and many others. So yeah, I think right now is now in the next couple of months before the Clarity Act really comes into fruition. We don't know if they're going to vote on it. It's going to pass right away. It could be weeks. It could be a month or two. But the next couple of weeks, a couple of months, I think we're coming close to a bottom, and we will bottom very soon. And people are going to look back. Hindsight will be 20/20, and they'll go, "Wow, either I'm glad I bought, or I wish I bought more."
I wonder if there's a sign of resilience here with the way that these markets have bounced back. I mean, we have seen crypto markets have these massive liquidity events in times past. And gosh, it almost seems like every time if you'd bought the dip, you'd be pretty happy about it thereafter. Do you see this as yet another part of that cycle, or is this the new normal?
I don't think it's the new normal. I think, again, that's where the Clarity Act is going to be really big. It's going to bring a lot of money into this sector from the banking system, from institutions. We saw what happened with stable coins, how much money is coming in stable coins. We have billions and billions of dollars flowing in. So I think that there's going to come a point where this market matures. And I put this in perspective. I was talking to my wife about this earlier. I'm like, look at these numbers, Rach. You know, you have the stock market worth 100 trillion plus, real estate worth 300 trillion, gold worth 30 trillion, silver worth 6 trillion, and some individual stocks worth $4 and $5 trillion. Yet the entire crypto market as a whole, including Bitcoin, stable coins, and even the funniest meme coins in the world, every coin combined is 2.3 to 2.4 trillion. So tell me if we're early or late, right? When I hear those numbers, it really excites me.
Yeah, it certainly is interesting when you're comparing these different asset classes. And I think for young people, there's not the belief that the asset classes that were great for our parents are going to build wealth for us in the same way? Do you still look at crypto as a way young people can build toward buying a house, having a better life, with some of the reforms that are more modest than the Genius Act or the Stable Act? Simple things like allowing your crypto to be collateral for a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan.
I do. I think we're a ways away from that. That adoption will happen. You know, we have RWA coming, tokenization. You have Larry Fink and BlackRock screaming from the rooftops that we are way behind in this, and we need to do this yesterday. We need to really get this going. I think there'll be a lot more opportunity, but I also wouldn't shy away from owning gold and silver and things like that. Am I buying those right now? Well, they've hit their all-time highs numerous times, so no. But it's something that over time I will still accumulate. But I think for younger people, there's an opportunity in crypto that is bigger than anything out there right now that you can invest in. And it's just going to be very volatile. Now, that doesn't mean that every crypto you're going to buy is going to go up forever. And I mean, even Bitcoin's down 50%. But with that said, there's a lot of opportunity because the reality of it is, and I talk about AI a lot now too, with artificial intelligence just growing and growing and growing, AI is going to need to work with the blockchain. It's not going to work with the old traditional financial system. And so that alone, just that alone, makes me very, very bullish on the future of crypto, because AI is not going anywhere. And if AI needs to work in a world where it needs to transact, it's going to be on the blockchain.
Yeah, showing broader utility is what leads to adoption. More utility, more adoption, more value. I don't think we've seen the last of the volatility, but I do think every time you see one of these dips, we've been here before, and a lot of the people who chose that as their entry point, if you just look historically, are people who are very happy with the decisions they've made. Coach Ty, the crypto guy, Tyler Hanford, thanks as always for joining us and sharing your expertise.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Matt. We'll talk soon.
Absolutely, my friend.